my goodness. I can't wait till we have this floor down. You make it look so easy. This is... It's embarrassing.
So one of these days I'm gonna have to come clean on the amount of time that goes on behind the scenes in order to build a house in Italy. Italy is not a place where you can just go to work and start building. There are a massive amount of meetings and paperwork and laws to read. And it has been another week where more time has been spent in meetings and making drawings and reading the law and reviewing things and changing plans than actual work has gotten done. And it's getting a bit exhausting, to be honest. I had a day where I had maybe 12 hours of meetings and one went all the way until midnight. Of course, to be honest, all of these meetings take an extra long amount of time because I don't speak Italian. I'm trying, I'm doing my best. I am learning, ma il mio italiano è molto pessimo. So for that reason, navigating this entire process is difficult, but I'm looking for ways to, I guess, multitask and learn while I'm building. So I recently signed up for a language learning app called Babbel, who is the sponsor of today's video. Babbel is a language learning app developed by a team of expert language teachers designed for all levels of language learners. So even if you haven't even begun learning a language, this app is designed to quickly catch you up to speed and get you speaking as fast as possible.
Ti piace questa cucina?
Babbel has been proven to help you start speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks, but it's more than just a language learning app, as Babbel offers live classes, original podcasts, games, and more. I know that so many of you who are watching are very passionate about traveling internationally, and let me tell you from experience that learning just the basics of a new language for wherever you're traveling to will go so far in helping you fully enjoy that travel experience. And Babbel's bite-sized lessons will help give you the confidence to speak a new language wherever you go.
Dove mettiamo questo tavolo?
So if you're interested in learning a new language, then check out the link in the description to get 60% off a subscription to Babbel. And thank you again, Babbel, for sponsoring today's video. So tomorrow is a very big day for us. It's a day that we've been literally waiting for and preparing 8 months for. I brought these papers over just to show you. This is 400 to 500 pages of information that we've been spending the last months assembling in order to get our visa to live in Italy. This is why we have not been able to, why we literally have not been allowed to leave Italy for the last 8, or is it 9 months?
I think it's been 8 months. Yeah.
Eight months now. We haven't been allowed to leave Italy, and we've spent that time working on the house, yes, but also preparing our case. We're confident. This is it's a slam dunk case. We have really the best team that you can possibly get in this area. Someone who has the most experience, and he keeps telling me like, don't worry, it's fine. Like, this is a slam dunk case. And I'm like, but I want more proof. I want to be more prepared, even more prepared. So we've gone to some pretty extreme lengths to collect all of this paperwork. They even wanted us to translate our bank statements, which I thought was crazy because, I mean, numbers in Italian are the same as in English, but not just translated, but they had to be translated and then sworn and certified in court in front of a judge. Like, it's been a process. I can't even begin to explain. Probably 100 hours of work at least has gone into this. Tomorrow's a big day. It wouldn't be a typical day without some problems. I went to go pick up some supplies about an hour before our needing to leave for our visa appointment, and the car won't start. So I've got it all opened up trying to figure out what's going on. I think the starter is dead. The battery's fine, but the starter won't work. We've called a mechanic. We're trying to find another car to get us to the visa appointment on time. It's not a good day for this. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, I think that's the starter. Battery's fine. It clicks really funny. Shoot. So amazingly, a mechanic is on his way with just 20 minutes notice. I don't think we're gonna get this fixed. We're trying to find another car to make sure we make this appointment on time. We have waited 6 months, probably more at this point. I can't remember. And if we miss the appointment, they will simply reschedule it for another 6 months in advance. All right, so the mechanic actually doesn't know if it's the battery or if it's the starter or something else. So while it's running, I'm gonna drive it to the shop. I'm gonna follow him here. We have like 5 minutes. So we're not gonna trust the car when it's this important to drive us all the way to town. We are going to take this car to the mechanic shop, and then our friend is coming to pick us up from the mechanic shop, and then we will take her car to the Questura, which is the immigration office. Va bene. Grazie mille. Grazie. Ciao.
Ciao. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. Grazie mille. Everybody good?
Yes, we're good.
So when something like that's so stressful happens, it can be easy to forget something. So I'm like running through in my mind, okay, I have the passports, I have the papers, I've got everything.
Now you have us.
I've got the family, I've got Ori. But man, we've been waiting so long for this, nothing. Like, I'm just glad that Ori has a car that we can use. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ori.
I kind of expected to be stressed for today, but like, we've spent weeks, honestly, like a solid month, I feel like, planning, and I've got 400 pages of paperwork in my backpack, an extra 200 in case they want it. All of this work has gone in, and I think I feel good. Like, we're very well prepared.
I'm actually feeling a bit nervous. The worst thing that is going to happen today is that they'll say we need more paperwork. I think that's the worst. But I am nervous. It's been a long time coming. We've been ready for this meeting for a long time.
I'm feeling like the worst thing that could happen is me being bored.
Yep.
Which I do not like being bored.
Once we made it into the building, we sat down and waited. And waited and waited. Finally, it was our turn and we started submitting our information. This has not been an easy process, and honestly, it was not the most pleasant experience. After we submitted our fingerprints, we ran into some issues and had to wait some more. We did our best to maintain a positive attitude while working through a giant mess. Even though we were assured over and over that there would be no issues, all of our hard work and preparation proved irrelevant.
They denied our visa, which is just like...
I think we're still in shock, to be honest.
We're in total shock. Like, as we said, we were so prepared, and they denied us. We didn't do anything wrong. That's what's so frustrating. We were so prepared. We were over prepared. We had the perfect slam dunk case. And we walk up to the window, and immediately I knew we had a problem because the guy who took our case just had an attitude. He had just gotten back from vacation, and he was just mad at the world, didn't want to be there, and immediately was just like, what are you guys doing here? And just was mad. And he wouldn't even look at our papers. He would refuse to take our paperwork. We were like shoving the paperwork under the window, and he's pushing it back. We finally said, you're obliged to take this. And he took it for a couple of minutes, and then he stamped deny and sent us on our way. Happy birthday.
It is my birthday today.
I'm sorry.
Woo! So the question, I guess, now is what's next? What are our steps forward in this process?
We don't back down easy.
Of course not. We're fighting it, of course.
You put us into a corner, and we will fight.
Yeah. So there's an appeal process that we're going through, and we have the best guys on our side helping us through this process. So
we immediately called the guy who's helping us. He was shocked. He's going to work. He's presenting a case. He's assembling case studies. He's presenting court cases that are similar. He's assembling like text of the law, and because he has one chance to appeal this, one chance. And the problem is that because this guy had a bad day and wanted to take it out on somebody, we've already been denied. So now there's prejudice associated with this denial. So now we have an uphill battle to fight.
So best case scenario, we win the appeal, we get our visa,
and everything's
fine.
Everything goes according to plan.
Worst case scenario is that eventually we will have to leave the country for 3 months.
Yeah,
we will come back and finish this house. We are not letting go of this project in this house.
They can slow us down. They can't stop us. Okay?
Yeah.
So, sorry, a little frustrated, but we have level heads here. Like, we know what we're doing. We know we're in the right.
Yeah.
And all they can do is slow us down a little bit. Now, so what does that look like? I said there's a 10-day appeal process. Once we appeal that, and then it's ambiguous as to how long they have to give us an answer. We don't know. It could be within a week. It could be within.
It could be months.
It could be 2-3 months. We don't know. So in the meantime, we're going to work. We have crews showing up. We're renovating this house. We're moving forward. Worst case scenario is we have to leave again for an ambiguous amount of time, because as tourists, once our tourist visa renews, which is after 3 months of leaving the country, then they can't stop us from coming back. But there is a path that we're already pursuing to leave the country much more briefly and be able to come back immediately. We've got plan A, B, C, D. We're moving forward.
Yeah.
It's a road bump.
It's a bump in the road. That's exactly right.
It's a bump in the road.
And it is exhausting. It's exhausting. We've been fighting what feels like everything lately. But we are very confident that no matter what comes our way, this is our home. So just like a million other things that have come up in this process so far, we know that this is the hard way of doing things. We know that we could have chosen a million different paths in our lives that would have been significantly easier than this. But that's not the point. The point is this is the dream. It's worth it. It really is.
What Heather always keeps reminding me is we didn't do this because it was easy.
No.
Okay?
We could have chosen a much easier way to do this. We know that. We know that.
We knew this process would not be easy. It's worth it.
Yeah.
It's going to be worth it. And we've tried to, right now it's not a very peaceful time. Okay? It's an off week. Come back next week. Well, maybe it'll be better next week. We'll see.
We'll see.
But hopefully in our videos we've captured just a glimpse of how special this life will be for us here. How special it is even in the midst of the process. Even if we're going through the insanity of by hand breaking through stone, digging down 2 feet so that we can build up a new floor. Like, it's insane. But it's worth it.
It's worth it.
But all it is just another bump in the road. And like, we're fine.
Yeah.
And the kids are good. Like,
Yeah.
we talked about it immediately afterwards, and we laid out plan A, B, C, D for them, and they're like, sounds like an adventure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
that's how we feel too. No matter what comes our way, that's how we try to view life. It's not about problems and everything is going wrong right now. Let's just be honest. Everything is pretty much going wrong right now. But it's all part of the adventure of life. And each challenge brings up new possibilities and new ideas and new ways of doing things. And that's the whole point of life. It's the ups and downs, right?
I want to say quickly, because there's going to be people who say, oh, we're just mad at Italy, and
No.
or Americans who are going to say, oh, well, you should have stayed. Okay, let's
Yeah.
be honest, and like, if we were foreigners trying to get into America, it'd be a much more difficult, much worse situation.
The reality is, trying to immigrate to a new country is ridiculously hard.
Regardless of the country.
Regardless of the country. So let's just all have compassion toward anyone trying to do this, because it is not a fun process. It is not an easy process. But in the end, it will be worth it.
At the end of the day, we're moving forward. We're going to build this house, and it's going to start building faster and faster and faster. And we're not going to let this slow us down.
No.
And right now, there's nothing for us to do but trust the process, wait, and get back to work. Like, we have a house to build.
Being challenged in life is inevitable, but being defeated is a choice. You cannot control the pain that comes with adversity, but you can control your response. Nothing about this process is going to be easy. We know that. Few things in life that are easy are worth doing, but there is beauty that comes from doing things the hard way. We don't develop courage by avoiding challenges. We develop it by surviving adversity. There's always an easier way, a simpler path to choose, but effectiveness in life requires hardship. Diamonds don't form without pressure. This axe was formed through fire, and now this beam is slowly being hewn from it. Hard work with positive attitudes is what shapes us, gives us character, and allows us to leave this world a better place. The one thing I want my girls to know is that you are meant to do hard things. Pursue discomfort, be kind, and be grateful for adversity and its ability to shape you into the person that you are meant to be. Thank you so much for your love and support on this journey. We will see you next week as we, against all odds, continue to build our home.